Welcome to Audibly Haunted. I'm your host, Ani Kachadorian. The paranormal is all around us. Sometimes, it's the lady in black that haunts your basement, or maybe the dark shadows that lurk out in nature, or maybe places of the past. And sometimes, the supernatural, the unexplainable, live within the pages of the books upon your shelves. Here at Audibly Haunted, we dive into different haunted literary works, myths, and folklores every week, simply trying to, well, make sense of it all. You can find Audibly Haunted on Instagram at Audibly Haunted, and you can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts. Again, welcome to Audibly Haunted. So, let's dive into that.
Are the paranormal lovers?
Hello, paranormal dudes, dudettes, and dudays. Welcome back to another episode of The Paranormal Lovers.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for joining us for another week. Episode 81.
81.
81.
Mhm.
What? All right, guys. If you would like, you can follow us on our socials, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, as well as watching our videos on YouTube by searching for The Paranormal Lovers in the search bar. If you would like some merch, head on over to theparanormallovers.threadless.com to check out all of our collections. What is today?
Saturday?
We will have a sale starting yesterday. Yeah, we have the $13 sale going on, you guys.
August sale.
Yeah, back to school sale.
Drop it
I
while it's
believe
hot.
it's like $13, maybe $13 tank tops, $15 V-necks, and $5 mini prints, I believe.
Oh, you're going to have to get you one of those Deadly Lovers V's.
Yeah, I need some of those. Chrissy said that the men's tank tops are so damn comfortable. And I'm like, of course they are, because women's ain't shit.
Right.
If you would care to become a regular supporter, we have a Patreon. We have one $5 tier that you can try for 1 week free. Cancel if you feel it is not something you like. While there, you get early access to the unedited videos of these episodes, as well as a bi-weekly episode of our true crime show, Deadly Lovers. The show is all about love that drives people to commit murder, as well as other evil intentions. You also get a early access to our new show, Rethinking Our History. They say history is written by the victors. Well, let's listen to the other side.
Yeah, we just recorded the first one of those today.
We sure did. This show will be coming out on Patreon on Mondays, and then 1 week later, it will be released on our regular feed.
Yeah.
So if you want to support us on Patreon, we appreciate it. It is not necessary to get that show, though, because these are stories that we want everybody to hear.
Although it does help us all out a lot when you do.
It does really
that stuff
help us out
goes
a lot.
directly to us and helps out the show.
I mean,
try to put it back to the show. So
I am currently not employed. I am looking for a job. Nobody wants to hire you unless you have a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And we're currently riding on one income, and they just cut his hours. And
yeah.
So if you want to support us or buy some
some merchandising.
I haven't ate today.
Merchandising.
It's 4:00 in the afternoon. Wow. All right. And lastly, if you have a personal true crime or paranormal story you would like to have read on an episode of Paranormal Personals, or you have a topic request, you want to yell at us for our super liberal opinions, email us at theparanormallovers@yahoo.com. And you can send that in an email, a voice note, like however you want to send
us a video.
Send us a video. You know, something I would really, really like.
What's that?
And I don't know if this would be possible or not. I think it would be really cool if people could get their elders to do video stories, send them in, and then we could just do a whole compilation of like elder stories.
That'd be cool.
That'd be dope. Because I love to hear from old people. Old people are our history.
Yeah.
Like, you think that they're not because they're still here. You think history happened so long ago. But if your great grandma was born in 1920s, She's history.
And you know they seen some Sasquatches.
You know they seen some shit. They probably also had that good cocaine coke. So that would be really cool. That's an idea.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna have to adjust these call to actions, but yeah, y'all should do that. Also, if you don't want to send it to us, that's fine. But sit down, take a video of one of your elders, ask them about a story in their life. Keep that.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get sappy on you for a second, but that's gonna be all you have of them. So
Yeah.
all right. And that is that part. What do we do next?
What'd you love about this week, baby? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I love this week listening to ICP because I just found on Spotify a playlist of every single one of their songs, and it's amazing.
That's awesome.
I particularly enjoyed the song about the rebel flag that says "fuck your rebel flag."
Yeah.
So.
I need to listen to ICP. I listened to a few of their songs when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
They get real vulgar.
I mean, they're definitely like shock topic.
Yeah, yeah. Which is like I can tolerate to a point because like one of my favorite songs is "Date Rape" by Sublime. It's a great fucking song.
Yeah.
Y'all don't come at me. Go listen to the damn song if you've never heard it. I promise it's a good song. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, like I love ICP and the family and like what they stand for and represent. They've always been a group that has stood against racism. They stand against sexism, any kind of bigotry. They stand with Palestine. They stand with like Sudan and the Congo. Like,
yeah,
I'm drinking Fago because we've started boycotting certain brands that are, you know, supporting these genocides across the world.
Right.
Fago is not one of those brands. So
right.
Buy Coke, buy Pepsi. Whoop whoop. Fago it is. Unless they have cotton candy flavored.
That's right.
Like, give it to your kid. They'll fucking love it. I think that's probably what I loved. Was finding Fago at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
Like when I tell you that
stuff.
I filled the bottom of that buggy full of Fago. I had 8 of those 4-packs in the bottom of that buggy. I got cotton candy flavor. I got like the Sprite flavor. Yeah. I got the cola. I got like...
They got like a billion flavors.
They do. The one that we don't have is the 60/40, which we found out about yesterday, is like a grapefruit citrus, like squirt or sundrop, I guess.
Right.
So, yeah, that was nice. I was like, yay, Fago. And it's also noticed that I'm actually saving money boycotting.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm not going to Walmart every week, I have to like go to different stores, and I started going to like the Dollar Tree because y'all, you can fill up your snack cabinet for like $40 at the Dollar Tree. Okay. And when I say you can fill it up, we've got Pop-Tarts, we've got crackers, we've got chips, we've got like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Like knockoff Twinkies. Like,
and we're not giving money to an evil corporation.
I mean, we are, but hopefully they're not participating in the genocide because they're not on the boycott app that I have. So,
right.
Because I did look at like every store. I'm like, are y'all? Because yeah, if you really want to boycott people, if you really want to make a difference, you can't do everything, right?
Right.
We are but people. We can't fight corporations, but we can not give them our money.
Yeah.
And hit them exactly where they're going to fucking feel it.
Yeah.
In that pocketbook.
For sure.
Hit them in the wallet, y'all. So yeah, there's this app called No Thanks. You can just go in and type in any brand name and it'll tell you if it's on the boycott list or not. And it will also give you a reason why it's on the boycott list.
Right.
And how that company helps fund genocide. So
yeah,
if y'all want to just do a little part to help out, go check out that app.
For sure.
For sure. All right. So this week, my promo is Audibly Haunted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm having a really hard time remembering stuff today.
Yeah.
But I did listen to one of their episodes this week. Her name is Ani.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to even try and pronounce her last name because unless she says it first, I can't.
Yeah.
It's like a long name that starts with a K. It's really pretty, but I can't remember it. But she tells I want to say she tells like spooky stories.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're true stories as well.
Yeah.
So, like, y'all go check her out. I'm sorry I'm not more thorough on my promo this week, but it is a really good podcast. I've listened to a few of her episodes. She has a really nice voice as well. You know how I am about voices.
Oh, yeah.
See, all these little things that keep popping up, and I'm like, this is a fucking sign of my neurodivergence.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all go check out Audibly Haunted. You can find her on all the podcasting platforms.
Cool.
All right, what do you got for us this week, Bill?
Okay, this week is episode 81. We're going to be talking about the southern narwhal.
The Southern Narwhal?
The southern narwhal.
Bitch, I love a narwhal.
So let's get into this. So Felicia, you've heard of the narwhal.
Fucking the
Right.
unicorn of the sea.
That's it. They are the unicorns of the sea.
Which it's actually a tooth, but
Right. They're usually found in, northern kind of frigid waters of the
Mhm.
Arctic, and they inhabit the seas near Iceland and Greenland. It's sort of a whale that bears, if you don't know what a narwhal is, it's sort of a whale that bears a long spiral horn on its nose. They use their horn to pierce ice. I didn't know that.
and technically it's actually a tooth.
Right.
It's literally a tooth.
Its horn is said to be able to pierce the hulls of ships, sinking them and killing their crews.
Good for them.
I'm like, wow, that would be terrifying.
Like, I'm all about these orcas that are like fucking floating boats and shit out in the ocean. So
Mhm.
narwhals, sinking shit, fucking go for it. We've done fucked up y'all's habitat enough. Fuck them up.
But thankfully, the fish are very slow and pose little to no threat. Well, so you've heard of the narwhal. Have you ever heard of the southern narwhal?
No.
Okay. So it's a cryptid, although the southern narwhal isn't your average, Mothman, Jersey Devil type cryptid.
Right.
This is more of like a lost or unrecorded type of whale or dolphin.
Huh.
We all know that the sea is really good at hiding things,
It's because we know less about the ocean than we do about space.
UFOs, cities, shipwrecks. Hell, 95% of the ocean has never been mapped. Like, they just don't know about 95% of it.
Which is crazy. With all the technology that we have going out into space and shit, you can't do the same thing to go down.
Right. It's completely unknown and poorly understood.
If we get rich, y'all, I'm gonna be the rich person who goes down, not up.
Yeah. A lot of the ocean species that inhabit the planet tend to be extremely elusive and shy. I know that personally from fishing. Like, it's so hard to catch a damn fish.
It is so hard to catch a damn fish.
I love to fish for crappie and stuff, so I know how hard it is.
Crappie?
But, yeah.
Carp?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like crappie? I've never heard of it.
Crappie,
before.
carp,
Carps, I gotcha.
bluegill, same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why the southern narwhal is totally possible. The southern narwhal is similar to its northern cousins. So yeah, the northern narwhal. It has a long horn protruding out of its head like a unicorn. The southern narwhal has been sighted far from the typical places that you would find the regular narwhal. People that claim to have seen the southern narwhal say it has a blue color and a high fin like an orca. But this animal, instead of having the long horn coming out of its head, it has an ivory tusk coming out of it. So it's more of like a big tusk instead
I'm
of a
looking
horn.
at some like drawings.
Right. The tusk was around 1 to 2 feet long, and a second tusk was actually hidden underneath the whale's lip. So it had a second one, but it was like underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Almost kind of like a rhino. You know how rhinos, they have like the big horn and then they have the smaller one. So they were probably relatives of the two-tusk walrus whale. Have you ever? Do you remember octonauts?
I do.
Do you remember the one about the octopus whale or the walrus whale?
No.
They did an episode on it.
Walrus whale.
Yeah. I didn't know about the walrus whale neither before this, even though I think I seen the octopods or octonauts episode. It's a show that Patty watches.
Is it extinct?
Yeah,
Aw.
it's like 5 million years old, but it also could be an ancestor to those guys, or that guy could be the ancestor of
I
these
definitely
guys.
see that.
Right. They also could be ancestors of maybe a swordfish or a marlin, or those might be the ancestors of it. Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Vice versa. Yeah.
Either way.
They were most likely, though, bottom feeders. They probably used their tusks to root around in the bottom of the sea to stir up creatures at the bottom. And then they would suck up any fish, worms, octopi, anything they really stirred up. Most of the sightings of this creature say that they're about 3 meters long, and that they have mostly been sighted in waters of the Antarctic Peninsula, which is like south of South America.
I'm sorry. I googled southern narwhal and it gave me a fucking tanker.
Yeah, there's a ship named that. I'll get to that later. But and they're also off the southern coast of South America. But these guys would only surface to breathe, slipping out of the water in a rolling motion, exposing only its blowhole like a whale. The only time the creatures show its head or body is when it's startled. They most likely traveled in small family groups and would defend their family from predators by poking them with their rhino-like tusks.
Good for them.
The only predators that really would mess with the narwhal at all were great white sharks and orcas. The first sighting of the southern narwhal was recorded on October 5th in the year 1615 by a Dutch explorer named William Cornelius Zoon
All right.
Schouten.
Oh, God. Anything else?
He was a Dutch navigator for the Dutch East India Company. He was the first to sail the Cape Horn route to the Pacific Ocean. In 1615, he led an expedition that sailed through the Drake Passage around the southern tip of South America, connecting the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean.
I wonder how he went through the Drake Passage back then.
I don't know.
It's a hell of a place to go through nowadays. I can't
For sure.
imagine going through in a wooden ship.
Yeah,
Shit.
right. The Dutch East India Company held a monopoly at that time on all East Indies trade by ships that were routed through the Strait of Magellan. You know what that is, right? Okay. So William, Isaac Lee Mayer, and William's son Jacob set sail with 2 ships in May of 1615, with the second ship piloted by William's brother Jan. In William's journal, it says that one of the ships was rammed by a sea monster in the mid-Atlantic, and that the crew later found a foot-long horn stuck in the prow of the ship.
That's interesting.
Yeah. By December, they reached the far southeastern coast of South America. There, the smaller ship, for some reason, caught fire and had to be abandoned. Sailing south the next month showed him pass through the Lamar Strait between Tierra del Fuego and Estados Island and sailed into the Pacific. He gave America's southernmost tip the name Cape Horn. Maybe he named it after Cape Horn, or maybe he named uh, Cape Horn after, the sea monster that attacked him.
Maybe.
The new Drake Passage route was much simpler for ships to navigate than the Strait of Magellan. I could see that because it's like wide open ocean instead of like a bunch of different land masses that they gotta navigate through. Yep. Um, but I wonder what happened to the tusk that he had.
I don't know.
Cause like it had to be somebody got it, but
Maybe if it even exists.
right. So the second sighting of the southern narwhal was in 1620. Augustin de Beaulieu was a French general who in 1619 led an armed expedition to the East Indies composed of 3 ships, 275 crew members, and 106 cannons, and called the Fleet of Montmorency, after its sponsor, the Admiral Montmorency. Born in Rouen, Augustine studied science and navigation. He participated in other expeditions before the 1619 one, but in 1619 the fleet was sent to Honfleur to fight the Dutch in the Far East and to establish trade with the sponsorship of traders from Rouen and Paris. Augustine made a noted description of Cape Town during that year that England occupied it. It was at this time, on February 3rd, 1620, he observed a dark blue porpoise-like animal with a high fin and a tusk about 1 to 2 feet long in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Augustine worked to establish a factory and a trading license agreement. He also was key to obtaining an agreement with the Dutch for a ceasefire. The third sighting of the southern narwhal happened in 1892, so jump a couple of 100 years.
Yeah.
1892, when the crew of the ship Balena spotted a narwhal-like animal in the Bransfield Strait off the Antarctic Peninsula. This was a British whaling expedition from Edinburgh to the Antarctic. It was one of the earliest and well-documented Antarctic accounts. Byrne Murdoch shipped aboard the Balena with his friend William Spears Bruce in 1892. Bruce was the ship's surgeon and naturalist, and Murdoch was his assistant surgeon and ship's artist. The expedition recorded the first photographs of Antarctica. What do you guys think? What do you guys think they were seeing? A swordfish? I don't know. The swordfish is like typically a tropical fish.
Yeah, it's too cold down there, I think, for them.
Right.
Because I'm looking at it. I never, I've heard of the Drake's Pass. I didn't know where the fuck it was. For some reason, I thought it was like up near Alaska.
Right.
It's not. No, it's fucking cold down there. It's cold. Like there's ice and glaciers. Like,
do you think the narwhal was like a different type of narwhal?
I don't see why not. I mean, look at how many different just breeds and stuff of dogs there are.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the one on the southern end of the thing, and it's like smarter. Like we're just gonna hide from all these fucking people because we'll keep our tusk. Thanks.
It also might have been like the double-tusked whale, known from like the walrus whale. It's known from a single skull found in 1993 in southern Peru that dated from the Pliocene era, which is like 5 million years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. There are, it's like a genetic mutation, but there are rare narwhals with double tusk.
Right. The also the walrus whale's tusks point kind of downward.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks more like a walrus, the
Yeah.
walrus tusk, than a narwhal.
Instead of like outward from the face.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015, a chemical/oil products tanker was built and avidly named the Southern Narwhal. It sails under the flag of Panama.
Nice.
Does the narwhal? Bleh. Does the Southern Narwhal deserve the title of cryptid, or is it just misidentification of sailors who have seen them? Are they stories of sea monsters told to pass the time while the unforgiving ocean batters sailors?
Always.
Either way, I think my opinion on the Southern Narwhal is it's a truly rare animal.
I think that's probably what it is.
I don't think people have really see them.
Which isn't that really all a cryptid is?
Yeah, pretty
just
much.
An unidentified animal, like it's a UFO animal.
Pretty much,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I look at it because yeah, it's like a weird creature, but it's still an animal.
Yeah.
You know,
it makes me want to take an Alaskan cruise and go see some narwhals.
I would love to fucking go see. You know, I want to take an Alaskan cruise. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been telling you for years. You're like, let's go to the Caribbean, Bermuda. I'm like, let's go to Alaska in the summertime.
I think they do Greenland cruises too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bro, they do cruises all over the world.
Right.
Like, I've been looking at not just Bermuda cruises because I'm like, yeah, that's fun and all, but colonism, and I would like to see some more of the world.
Yeah.
So that's why we really haven't been on a cruise yet, because I'm struggling with promoting colonism.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, y'all shouldn't be there.
Right.
Not like that. Not like that.
Yeah.
I'm all for tourism and stuff, but like, I don't know. It needs to be going to the people that live there.
Yeah.
Not just the people that own the land.
Yeah.
Like the people that are actually from the land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just, like you said, it's probably just an unidentified animal. It's like a cousin to a narwhal.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't there be? Look at all the different species of whales and sharks and even fish in the ocean, and that we haven't found.
Evolution kind of slips through sometimes too.
Yeah. And I mean, imagine what somebody thought the anglerfish was the first time they ever saw one.
I know, Jesus.
Or a blobfish. Dear God.
The blobfish.
The blob. My name is Blob. It's Octonauts again.
Yeah.
Octonaut. Listen, if y'all have kids and you haven't watched Octonauts, what are you doing?
Go check it out. It's a good
on
show.
Netflix. Go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's animals and they're octonauts. They're like astronauts under the water.
Yeah.
And they go save animals and help out places that are, you know, and you actually learn something about a different ocean creature each episode.
Yeah.
At the end of it, it actually shows you the creature that they're talking about in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't watched Octonauts, I tried to get Patty to let me watch Octonauts the other day. And she was like, I don't want to watch it. And I was like, fine. I miss this show though.
Right.
We'll make her watch it when we get her home.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
That was a good one.
It's kind of a shorter one, but
now I want to go like find it.
Yeah.
I want to go find it. I'm telling y'all. Yep. If we ever hit the lottery, we won't tell anybody, but there will be signs, and it will be me in a submarine in the ocean, mapping the ocean floor.
Right.
That's gonna, and then I'm not gonna return because I'm gonna find Atlantis, and they're gonna be like, "Come live with us." I'm gonna be like, "Thank you." Can we get my husband and kid too, and the dogs and the cats? Can we all just move down here? I would run away so fast. You think I'm joking? If I found an underwater city and they'd let us live there,
right?
We ain't telling no fucking body. We're just gone.
Yeah,
we'll just disappear. We'll be on a true crime podcast in 50 years. Like one day, the family just vanished. The humans, the pets, everything just
the episode
vanished.
stopped,
and they were just gone. because we're living under the ocean, bitches.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you, guys.
If I hope you guys really like the new show we have coming out, Rethinking Our History. Let us know what you think about it. Leave us a message. I also wanted to say, have you noticed that Gabriel and Joseph have been talking about the text thing on their episodes?
Mm-mm.
So on Spotify, if you go on there on each
yeah.
episode, it has send us a text message. We also have one. So
Yep.
if you guys are on Spotify and you're listening, hit that little send me a text message and we'll see what it says. Be kind of cool. I'd be
Yep.
interested to get some messages from some people.
That'd be awesome.
Also, if you would like, rate us and leave us a review, please.
For sure.
5 stars everywhere. Go get you some merch. Go get you some merch. We got cheap merch. I do believe you'll have to look on the website. I do believe it's like $12 or $13 tank tops, $15 V-necks, and $5 mini prints.
Yeah.
And everything else is on sale. So you guys go check that out. Good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.